everybody, what is up? So in this video, I am going to be attempting a Halloween costume makeup. I have not practiced this. The only reason that I am even attempting this, because to me it looks very complex. The only reason that I am attempting this is because this is what my oldest son wants me to paint my face like for actual Halloween night. So I thought that it might make a good video. If nothing else, it might be comedic, because I don't know what it's going to look like. And in my other Halloween videos, I did not show a picture of what I was attempting to do because I didn't want to feel like a failure. But since I'm doing something very specific, I do want to show you what I'm attempting to do. So if anybody is aware of Fortnite, that is what they call a skull trooper. And he wants me to paint my face like that for actual Halloween night to take them out. It's black and white. It's pretty much a skeleton. It's just simplified. So I have attempted skeletons in the past, and I don't know what to say. It didn't work out as well as I thought it should. So I'm just going to jump right into this. I'm going to try to make this video as short and sweet as I can. So yeah, that's what I'm going to attempt to do, is a skull trooper from the video game Fortnite. I'm going to be starting with the Wet n Wild paint pot. It's white. And I'm going to go ahead and get my base on first, and then I will start doing the black. Now my face is completely clean. I have nothing on my face. I do not even have any moisturizer on my face, because with these cream makeups and paint pots and stuff like that, you can't really have anything on your face or it won't stick properly. So and this is relatively cheap. I think that this was, I don't know, this and the multi-sticks was on sale at Walmart, and I got them for nearly nothing. So I'm hoping this will be, I don't want to say easy, but so even though I have wanted to be a skeleton for many, many years for Halloween, especially to go to like the Halloween parties and stuff like that, I am very, very, very intimidated by skull makeup. And the reason that I'm intimidated by skull makeup is because for one reason or another, I have a very hard time getting the teeth right. You go on Google and YouTube and, you watch all these people, and they make it look so easy. They really do. They make it look unbelievably easy. Just draw your teeth on there, shade it out a little bit, and it's great. It ain't that easy. Maybe for some extremely artistic people, it's that easy, but for me, it's not. I always end up having like crooked teeth or something. Now, guys, I will go ahead and say I am not paying a whole lot of attention. I am covering everything just for good measure, but I'm not putting a lot of emphasis on making sure that my eyes and my nose and my mouth is covered. Well, my mouth does need to be covered, but obviously my eyes and my nose is going to be black. So you don't have to completely white out your eyes. I'm sorry, guys. I keep slouching down. I don't mean to do that. It's just my back gets to hurting and slouch. I don't realize that I do that. All right, so and guys, I do have to say, this Wet n Wild paint pot actually covers better than the cream makeup. I attempted to do a pumpkin, and unfortunately it didn't work out because I just didn't have my lines correctly and everything else. But, you know, that is the cream paint, and it it took so much to have to um, cover my face. So this actually covers a whole lot easier than the cream paint does. Um, so I am going to stop just for one moment because I realize that my camera battery is about to die. I have done so much filming today and I don't want to start over, so give me just one moment and I will be right back and we will resume this makeup. Hey everybody, okay, take two for the Skull Trooper. I apologize, I didn't realize that my camera battery was almost dead. I'm still learning this camera, so I've got to learn to pay attention to that. But here's where we are. I have my face completely whited out, and I am starting on the eyes. Now, something I did notice just a minute ago while I was resetting everything, you're going to have to be sure to kind of white out your eyebrows or do the glue stick trick and completely hide them, because her eye socket actually goes under the brow line. I know that's really hard to see, but her eye socket goes under the brow line and then kind of slender across the nose. So I do have one line already up there. So we're just going to try this and keep going and see how it goes. That's all we can do. I'm going to finish this line right there. I wonder if I can find a better picture of just her eyes, because that's my thing, is I really can't see. Okay, so yeah, the eye sockets are relatively slender on the sides, and then it just comes down to a peak. So I'm going in the right direction. And if you're gonna make a mistake on these eyes, I would much rather make a mistake on the inside of the line, because all of that's gonna be black anyway. So okay, so here is the outline for one of my eye sockets for the Skull Trooper. Now the hard part for me is always getting my other eye to match. Like I don't know what it is, but I cannot ever get them to match. And I'm sorry, if I ever go out of frame, please understand I'm not trying to hide anything from you. The mirror is sitting down here. I can raise it up a little bit. And so I don't ever want to go out of frame so that you can't see what I'm doing. I'm just trying to be close enough to the mirror to really do what I need to do. Okay, so with the exception of this one little oops right here on this eye, those are actually relatively good lines. I mean, I wish that I could get a much cleaner and solid line, but I would say that for the first attempt on this, that's actually pretty good. I'm happy with that. And she does have a little wing on her eye right here. And I think that I'm actually going to do that after I get this filled in. So what I'm thinking that I'm going to have to do to get my eyes really, really blacked out, I am probably going to have to get this on here, and then I'm going to have to go back with some black eyeshadow and kind of pat it out so that it, number one, will stay mattified, and also too so that it won't start to crease. Because the coverage for that Wet n Wild paint pot is phenomenal. Like, I'm not even joking. The coverage for that is actually a little bit better than the cream makeup that they actually have out for Halloween. So, you know, that should tell you a lot about that. It has really, really good coverage. So, yeah. The only reason that I am dabbing this on versus just coloring in my eyes is because I don't want to drag all of the white out from underneath it and my eyes end up being gray. And you're probably sitting there saying, well, I hate to tell you, but your eyes are gray right now. Yeah, they are right now, but I don't know how dark I can make them with eyeshadow. You know, I know that these all-in-one paint sticks or whatever, I mean, I completely get and I completely understand that they are cheap. They are for essentially costume makeup. I get all of that. My only complaint is that I really, really wish that it did come with a sharpener. And the reason that I am saying that is because those are awesome. Like, I can think so many uses for those crayons, not just at Halloween. And but the problem is that once it sorry, I don't mean to be absent-minded. I just don't use a brush a whole lot when I'm trying to do stuff like this. So I'm just trying to be as accurate as possible. The only downfall to those pins, if you will, is that once they have a blunt end on them, they have a blunt end on them. You can't, like, I mean, that would be ideal to do like some veins and stuff like that, but I don't know any way to sharpen them without losing half of the pencil. So that's kind of where I'm coming from. So I will go ahead and admit this eye over here does come down just a little bit further than this one does. I don't know if it's worth trying to fix and possibly making it worse. Maybe I can just do that and it will look a little bit better. For my first try, I mean, that's not bad. I'm not complaining too bad about it. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to try to do is put the little bitty wings right here. Oh, I need to press that eyeshadow on real quick. So I'm just going to go in with a black eyeshadow. And I am literally just pressing it on. And yes, it is darkening it up some too, so. I'm going to keep all of this stuff handy because anything else that I put that on, I'm going to turn around and put the black eyeshadow on to set it up. So I'm going to keep that handy and I'm going to get my So this is definitely one of those looks that there is a lot of touch up. I mean, I don't think that this makeup is hard, and I understand that this video is dragging along, and I do greatly apologize for that, but, I mean, I've never practiced this before, so all of this is brand new to me. So I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to attempt to put my wings. I can't believe that that is exceptionally even, but it is. So that's her eyes. So I'm going to move on to the nose. Now, how they do the nose on this is it is actually a triangle, so it comes down into the folds of your nose. So I'm going to make my arch about right here. It's almost a triangle. The nose is essentially a triangle. It's just it's going around the bottom of your nose. Like so. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be quiet. I know that it kind of gets tedious when people get quiet. I'm just really trying to concentrate on getting my nose done. Okay. Is that the best triangle I've ever done? No, absolutely not. But I think that I can even up a little bit right here. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back in with my brush and my white and even up these edges around my nose. I am going to take just a little bit of that off on this side because it's not very rounded on that other side. And this stuff actually does cover relatively well. Like I know that I can see a whole lot more of it than you guys can, but this is actually, when you do make a mistake and you need to clean it up a little bit, it's actually cleaning up really good. Especially to be going over the top of black. Usually if you're going over the top of black, it's a really, really huge deal, but it's covering really well. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm really trying to go as fast as I can, but this is not really a quick thing that you can do. Again, I am just setting up the black with the eyeshadow. And it also does look like that there's a little bit of contouring on her face with some black. Okay, so this is my definition. This is what I'm going to do because I also got to looking. And because this goes all the way down her neck, her entire face around is actually black. So I don't know that I'm going to take it that far. Um, and I mean, I guess that I can always go in and darken the top of this just a little bit so that it's not funny looking, I guess. I don't know that I'm going to do that right now, but that might be something that you want to think about doing if you're going to try this makeup, is just to go in, go right around your hairline and darken it, and then go right down through here. Alright, we're in the home stretch now, so I'm going to go down. I've done the contour. So they have two circles. Just make them as even as possible. I'm going to pat it down once again. Black eyeshadow. Alright, so here's the part that I really am afraid of, and I am really afraid that this one last step is going to be the step that really ruins this makeup. I mean, I'm being completely and utterly honest. I'm not trying to be dramatic about it, but I really just have this gut feeling that if anything ruins this makeup, it is going to be the mouth. But we're going to try our best. Okay. So, it starts. Okay, this is not as hard as I thought that it was going to be, but it sure as crap isn't easy. And for the record, your teeth is actually supposed to be above your lip, but I kind of goofed on that. Doing this would probably be a lot easier with just eyeliner, just like an eyeliner pen. Rather than trying to use this brush. Um, Alright guys, so this is pretty much the best version of a Skull Trooper that I can do. The teeth does need to be above your upper lip, so when you're doing the scallops, it does need to be above your lip. The teeth does stay white, obviously, but for my first attempt at this, and I'm sorry that it has taken me like 45 minutes to do all of this, but I do have to admit, for my first attempt, I'm actually really proud of this. I don't know if I will have time to actually do all of this for Halloween or not, but I'm happy with it. I'm really happy, and it has taught me a little bit about using the whole black. And you know, again, and I will probably, and something to keep in mind is that if you are a female and you are wanting to do this, if your hair is not pulled back and you actually have your hair fixed or you have some type of headpiece, I don't think that the black all the way around your hairline is necessary. I just don't. If you want to, then that's fine. It's not a problem. Make this your own. You can add some color to it. You can add some sparkle to it. You can do whatever you want. But this costume makeup is based off of the Fortnite Skull Trooper. So I really appreciate you sticking around. I know this was a super long video. I hope that you like this makeup. And if you do decide to try it, please comment your photos. I would love to see everybody's version of this, especially if you decide to change it up your way. And I just really appreciate everybody's time and attention. And everybody have a happy Halloween.